and welcome to Prog Review 547, and today I'm talking about Pink Floyd's A Collection of Great Dance Songs. A very charming title, that. You know what it is, take the mick out, yeah, because they don't do dance music, do they? But this was the one that was reissued this year, 2017. If you're watching this in the future, I've immediately dated the video, and it is a compilation. It is a compilation, you see, of their hits. I mean, there were other there've been a few compilations, haven't there? Because they had Relics and that, and A Nice Pair. Was that would you call that a compilation, or is it just two albums stuck together? I'm getting off the topic. Anyway, this was recently reissued as part of the Pink Floyd vinyl campaign. Odd choice. Thought it was a bit odd because they hadn't reissued Relics, had they? So if they do, they kind of reissue them out of sequence. But again, getting off target, they've reissued this, and it's a bit of a curious old one. I remember back in the day, used to see a lot of these in a bargain bin for £1. You know, because it was like the gateway. It was the gateway album that unsuspecting Pink Floyd people, or they weren't Pink Floyd people, they were newcomers, may have picked up because it was £1. It's an odd. Let's be honest. Cards on the table. It's always an odd. It's an odd thing. It's very hard to do a Pink Floyd compilation. It's easier back in the day. I mean, you know, the 60s and 70s. Early 70s-ish version, easier to do a compilation because the songs are a lot shorter and there are no concept albums involved. But here it's a bit harder to, you know, put the money shots on the album. You know, so it's a bit of a hodgepodge, and it remains a hodgepodge. Starts with One of These Days. Goes back to 1971. Bit of a hodgepodge. Goes into Money after that, which was re-recorded by Dave Gilmour all on his own. Dave Gilmour did it all in his own because there were licensing issues, and so he re-recorded it. That's a reason to buy it, I suppose. It has a unique version of Money on it. That's followed by Sheep. Again, Money and Sheep don't really follow, but this is what I mean. This is very incongruous. Don't stick. Doesn't have, because again, Pink Floyd albums, they're different, aren't they? They're different. You know, Animals compared to Dark Side of the Moon, to Issue Here, To the Wall, because this is the kind of period it's covering. So yeah, they've got to kind of make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. Sow's ear pigs, sheep, pigs, dogs. It's not the dog's bollocks. Oh, I could have had a run there if I'd have thought this through. If I'd have scripted it, I could have done a load of animal puns and punned my way across that section. Again, turn over, shine on your crazy diamond, and apparently it's an re-edited version. Again, I don't know. Is it? It all blurs into one for me. I'm not a great fan of it. Goes on a bit, doesn't it? Does it go on a bit? But yeah, it's an edited version of the album track. And again, it's this and Wish You Were Here. They're the only two bits that go together because, obviously, off the same album. Obviously. And then you get an edit of. Then it goes into Wish You Were Here, obviously. Then Another Brick in the Wall, which is another edit, a single edit plus the album. They kind of glued two bits together. Which I think my ears did prick up and go, oh yeah, that is a bit different, isn't it? It's a bit different. Yeah. So again, it's one for collectors. It's not I wouldn't say it's an essential. It's a very hard job to do a Pink Floyd compilation like this without, digging deep, like Echoes or something like that. Which again is still a bit of a hodgepodge. They're a band that is very hard to do greatest hits. A lot of these bands, it's very hard. These proggy kind of bands, it's very hard to do a greatest hits album without including great swathes, great sides of records. So it's an oddity. It's an oddity. But talking about the pressing, yeah, it's all right. They've upgraded. I mean, it's a lot nicer. I've got my dirty fingerprints all over it. Dirty. That's because I've just been eating a Greggs sausage roll. Oh, yeah. Missus got me some frozen ones from Iceland, so I didn't know that's a special treat. The inner bag is stiffy. Got a stiffy in the inner bag, which is nice. They've upgraded it somewhat. Yeah, sounds okay. All these pressings have sounded okay. You know, that's the good thing about them. But do you need it? No. You're only buying it for money and possibly the edits of Shine On and Brick. And do you need those? No. But if you see it on sale, I don't know, if you see, I don't know, if Amazon do a thing and it's a tenner, I'll tell you about it. Maybe pick it up for that. But other than that, you don't really need it unless if you've got the albums. And if you are thinking of buying it as an introduction to Pink Floyd, it's an odd one. So in terms of a rating, I'm going to give this 2 sheeps out of 5. That's 2 sheepies out of 5. It's a strange one. So anyway, my name's Darren. I've been talking about Pink Floyd's a collection of great dance songs. Of course, there'll be many out of you say, but Darren, I've got fond memories of that because I picked that up when I was a kid. That's fine. But you've got to admit, Pink Floyd compilations don't work. It can't work. How can it work? Anyway, thank you for watching. There's only one more thing left to say apart from don't forget to subscribe, Patreon, all that bollocks, and smash that like button. Is it making any difference? I don't know. Is it making any difference? Does anyone give a fuck? I don't think they do. Oh, I just got my video demonetized there by saying smash. I don't know. And on that, there's only one more thing to say. Now it's Prog on.